Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the sons. So y'all keep pushing this truth out of the road. Shalom, keep pushing. But here's this article on Dr. Frankenstein. He's saying U.S. will face dark winter unless Americans get, the venom to a very high degree. Dr. Frankenstein said the U.S. will face a dark winter unless Americans stop making the sea venom a political issue and just get jabbed. Man, you talking some big talk, Big general all of a sudden. Frankenstein said the U.S. can avoid the dark winter if Americans get the jab to a very high degree within the next couple months. There goes that coercion again. If you do this, then, you avoid this. If you do this, we'll give you that, which is all BS. And people catching on to this so-called white man and his bullshit, Last year around this time, Joe Biden said the same thing to scare Americans into wearing masks, staying 6 feet apart from one another, and getting, venomized, which is not a word. But, you gotta try to avoid these keywords for YouTube won't flag your video. So bear with me. When Joe Biden said we were headed for a dark winter, no one had received the venom yet. Here we are, a year later, and 183 million Americans are fully venomized, but C cases are exponentially higher now than they were at this time last year. But no one has asked Frankenstein about this yet. If we don't get people venomized who need to be venomized, and we get that conflating with the influenza season, we could have a dark, bad winter, Frankenstein said during an interview on the Takeout podcast with Major Garrett. However, we could also avoid a dark, bad winter if we get people venomized to a very high degree over the next several weeks to a month or two. Frankenstein also said, adding that there's no room for politicizing the jab because we are in a public health crisis. He's talking about not politicize it, but hell, what he doing is politicizing it. He's lying, it's all in fraud. He seems to profit off of it too, they getting governors, presidents to enforce, certain restrictions. So it seemed pretty politicized to me. And they doing all the politicking, if you want to call it that. But that's Esau Edom, the so-called white man, that old serpent, the devil, a freaking dirtbag. He was a dirtbag back then, and he's still a dirtbag today. Whether it's him, Kill Bates, or any other red-faced devil. They all the same. Nothing but lies constantly. They go from the womb speaking lies. Psalms 58:3. But we're going to get a couple precepts here. Because I'm tired of looking at this piece of crap. This smooth baby bottom face. No hair on his face. Like a little punk. You want to just rough somebody up that look like this. We're going to go to Genesis 27:41. And And Esau hated Jacob because the blessing whereof his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So yeah, since Isaac's gone, Esau's been having a field day killing his brother Jacob to this day, mowing him down in the streets. You know, the hanging, the lynchings. And now, fast forward all the way now, you know, with the jab. You know, even though a lot of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are not getting this the way they planned it, but some have fallen victim to this jab, you know. Some Israel have died, you know, passed away from taking this thing. But it's not enough. This so-called white man needs all of Jake to take it, you know. He needs every single one of Israelite to get this because he want his blessing, you know. And that's what it's all about. He's going to continue to slay Jake, you know, because Esau wants his the birthright that he sold at that. You know, no, Jacob didn't trick him. You know, this so-called white man sold it to Jacob. You know, so there was no misunderstandings. You know, it wasn't no trickery involved. You know, even said the scripture said that Esau despised it anyway. He didn't even want it. So F Esau. You know? And here he is like a little spoiled brat now. Now he want it back. We're going to get another precept here. We're going to go to Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, destruction to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So now, yeah, the devil, the so-called white man, he's coming down with great wrath eventually, but he's speeding it up. He's getting it built up to this great wrath. But he does know he has a short time. He has a small window to get his NW0 off the ground. You know, he knows, he read the scriptures. These so-called elite, they know the scriptures. So he knows he got to make a move on the nation of Israel to get what he think is rightfully his, but it's not his. It's not rightfully his. You know, he's profane. He's at the temple. So this everlasting kingdom is only coming to the Israelites and not the Edomites. So this so-called white man, he's coming down with great wrath real soon on you Israelites. You know, he's going to be full horn soon. You know, that's why he's threatening with this dark winter. You know, that's another trick up of this devil's sleeve that he's getting ready to pull out on you Israelites and the rest of the world, his own people too. You know, this so-called white man don't mind killing his own kind, his own nation, you know, in mass numbers, or lying to him on a grand scale. So, but that's what's coming, a dark winter. So Jake, get ready. It's about to get real good. As soon as that first brisk of cold air come through and them first flu cases come in, oh, it's gonna get real good. But, you know, I'm gonna go and end the video here. And I pray this video was edifying. Until the sun, so y'all can keep pushing. Shalom.